At the top of the leaderboard, we find another Lake Nona resident, Lydia Ko. Judy doing what we've seen her do so many times over the last several years.
Boy, she has just been dialed in since yesterday.
For a 69. Nelly Korda playing with her. This for birdie at 16. Nelly birdied her first 2 holes of the day for a second straight day. Nelly would go out and shoot 68 after finishing third.
Out this tournament, and she just looks so good doing it. Her golf swing looks good. She's gained a little bit of distance in the last months and making some putts. And just terribly consistent.
She was thrilled with the experience yesterday. Her husband and caddy Mike McGee said, now we got to go out and try to sneak in and make the cut. Well, that birdie at the third was huge. 4, and then at the 7th, right on the cut line at 2 over. Maybe. Oh, yes! Annika back to 1 over. Well, she would bogey the 8th, but par the 9th to finish at 2 over. And when she finished that round of 71, she and her son Will spoke to our Karen Stubbles.
Stam Nordqvist and the defending champion Madeline Sagström, and this was her final hole. And look what she did to finish the day. An eagle there to go along with birdies at 7 and 8, and that put her in the clubhouse.
Here is Georgia Hall, and she's got one of her icons from England, Laura Davies, stepping in to get a look at the 10th.
Hey, well done.
And Laura liked what she saw, and so did Georgia.
Yeah, that is always a bonus.
I think these greens are quite tricky, Judy, just to read. Got to be really sort of focused on being committed to your line.
They come out to the tour, both men and women today, ready.
13.
Sarah Kemp, a tee shot at the 13th. Nice. The flag today in a lot more of a friendly position on the front of this green. Yeah, good birdie. Ashley View High, third at the 11th. The flag today on the left half of this green. It was on the right half yesterday. You've got to come over the trees if you knock it too far down the left with your layup, but that's going to leave Ashley a good chance to make a birdie.
Had a good year last year and often was pushing a cart around. Can't do that this year. Oh, yes. Had it all along.
A par is a par is a par.
Going to try and move a little bit to the left. Uphill.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Third shot at the 10th for Sophia Popov.
Drove it in trouble right and then nearly hit it in deep trouble left, but got a great kick off the trees to end up there. And that was a difficult shot made to look easy.
That is a touch.
Annika was what, 13 under after 14 or 12 under after 13, something crazy like
Well,
birdied her first 8.
As we watch Ashley, Annika's was particularly interesting because there were no eagles.
Right.
It was all pars and birdies.
And a par 72. So 13 birdies, yeah.
Good tee shot and a chance for a 2 there for Georgia. Pat Boone, surely.
Hey,
You are really aging me now, aren't
on
you?
a day like today. A little love letter in the sand. Here's Ashley Buhai at the 14th. Well, she is on full attack.
Shot.
129's the number. Just likely a pitching wedge. No signal. Could be her stronger of the 2 gap wedges. Yeah, that was a little pitching wedge. Keeping it just left of the hole.
It's a good shot.
Dances around the 10-foot mark.
She's been as good as anybody we've been watching at giving herself really good birdie opportunities. Okay.
Patty Tavatanakit with her second. Staying in the Orlando area, she's a member over at Isleworth. And recently moved to to this part of the world.
Wasn't Grant Wade? Did he beat Grant Wade? Maybe. Maybe not. To 13.
Jessica Korda.
That's a 9-iron on the way, Tom. Good looking high shot.
Yeah, we've seen them peppering it close to the flag today. So different than yesterday when it was tough. Really good look here for Korda.
It is, but it will make you nervous because it's going to move to the left.
Yeah, just snuck in. The LPGA to play the last 4 events. Let's go to 14.
And a hole, Jerry, that we understand could be moved up to be made drivable at some point.
Yeah, Lexi at 3-wood today from 66 yards there. You expect to make birdie from this distance, but yeah, she could have gotten it somewhere near the, I don't know, 10 yards short on that front apron, but why when you can do that?
About 20 yards from left to right on the green there, where the hole's cut today. No issue whatsoever for Ashley Buhai. She's going straight at it, almost to the flat part of the green, which is at the back.
Good iron play.
Yes.
Wow.
Jessica Korda's third, so she was not in the penalty area off the tee.
No, she was in the bunker, but still decided to lay up. She could have got to the green had she been on the fairway, I would suggest.
That's really good there.
Still going to have a great opportunity from there, right?
Bit of breeze kicking up there, but
It
it's quite
is.
exposed. Well, she can make a nice move with a good performance here. This for birdie. No, just straight left there. I've seen quite a few putts missed this week, but we've talked about it already. The fact that the greens are subtle and they're not easy to read. Carlota Segunda. See 13 of 16 greens today. She finished 3rd on tour last year in greens of regulation. Caddy says be good, and it is pretty good. It might go in. Very well done. Should just be a tap in here for Carlota Segunda at the 17th. That'll get her back to even par for the week.
Swallow the ball quite quickly, but the reward is she only has 105 left.
She almost skipped the birdie and went straight to an eagle.
Said that she's tilting with her shoulders as opposed to rotating around her spine, which is causing the putter face to come in shut. So,
Now pop off.
Gap wedge here for Sophia, but from that first cut of rough, unlikely to put enough spin on it to get it close. Didn't stop her from trying.
Didn't hear her snapping.
Pretty darn good.